Good morning, my friends. I'd like to say good morning to you. I'm Marilyn, and I'd like to welcome you to my live. It's called Grow and Glow Live, Turning Pain into Purpose. So today, let's see if I can get this centered a little better. I have a chart that I'd like to share with you. But even before that, I need you to let's just take a moment to breathe. Okay? So I want you to sit as tall as you can. If you're standing, if you'd rather stand, that's fine. But sit as tall as you can. And first, we're going to lift our shoulders up, roll them back and down. Our shoulders up, roll them back and down. Let's do one more. Lift our shoulders up, roll back and down. Now let's stretch our necks. We sit in front of these computers and we just get so busy with things and we forget about things that to be taken care of when it comes to stretching. So let's roll our necks to my, okay, it'll be your left, my right. Roll it back, roll it the other way, and back down to the front. Let's do that again. To the left, back, to the right, and down. Boy, that felt so good. Let's go the other way. To the right and back, to the left, down. One more time. To the right and back, to the left, and down. Okay, arms straight up. And we're going to lean to the left, or my left, my right. Arms up. Go the other way. And stretch and hold. One more time. To the right and to the left. Arms back up. Let's put the right hand across and pull it back. Touch your back. Let's do that with the left side. Touch the back. I'm sorry. This is my first time I'm doing it online, so it's very fun. Okay, I'm going to stretch your arms straight out and do circles forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's take some deep breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Let's do one more. Breathe in and out. So again, welcome. My name is Marilyn. And please use the chat and tell me where you're signing in from. I live here in Southern California, and I'm in the digital growth community, as you know. My niche has been changed. I changed it as I thought more deeply about what I was doing and who I was doing. So I need you to understand who my niche is now. So I'm going to have you repeat after me. I am still here. My story matters. My child's legacy lives through me. Let's say that again. I'm still here. My story matters. My child's legacy lives through me. Okay, now that we're centered a little bit, I want to show you the path that helped me rebuild, one that gives both time freedom and healing purpose. And I say that because my my focus, my niche was seniors like myself. I'm an educator, so it was seniors like myself who had lots of things they still needed to do even after retirement. And when you look at that check that we get at the end of retirement time, if we didn't get to plan for it, and I'm someone who didn't get to plan for it because we had children, and their things were very important. So I didn't get to plan for it, and my husband didn't either. On the salaries we had, we bounced off of one another to get things done. So here we are at the end of retirement, and we needed to get things, still do things, but we wanted to retire from our regular jobs. So here I am. So that's what it's all about. And my niche today, in the time after retirement, I lost my son and one of our sons, our number two son. And I'll tell you a little bit more about him later. But as a result of that, my niece is now parents or grandparents who lost their children before they were expecting to and things like that. So that's what my niche is now. It's dealing with family more, and I really love that a whole lot more. And it helps me to think even deeper, more deep than I was with just retirees. Now it's more family, so I love that. So I'm going to. So today, I did say in my videos and my things that I put online that I wanted to talk a little bit more about the 2 hour workday, so that you would know what was happening. So we're going to talk about that. And I see that I have this little chart here, and I'm going to write 2 hour workday on it. 2 hours. 2 hour workday. Excuse me. Okay. I'm showing you the 2 hour workday. There are main things that we need to remember to do. One thing is to get on the schedule. So I always have my timer with me when I do the 2 hour workday, and it rings. And so it has lines in it like this, and it has a dial in the middle. I would just hold it up for you, but it seems to have disappeared. So I just want you to see that. This is my timer and it is red. So I'm so used to seeing it. I put my red timer here. And it's a signal to me that I need to move along. First thing I is to get people who I feel could use my help or service with to to see my advertisement. So I have every day 30 minutes, and the 30 minutes requires me to post ads. Post ads. Okay, here it is. So for 30 minutes, I post ads. When my timer rings, that means that time is gone. So I need my timer again. Ding, ding, ding. This is a timer. I won't color it this time. However, you know it's the timer. And that gives me 1 hour. And do you know what I do for 1 hour? For 1 hour, I create videos. They can be 5 minutes or 30 seconds, 5 seconds, I'm sorry, 5 seconds or 30 seconds or 1 minute. And I can talk on social media with my phone. And that's where I make my videos on my phone. And I do videos. Okay, so I do videos from 1 hour. Then when my timer rings again, it's time to move on. And when you move on, Put that timer there. There's the timer. And the timer, we stop. And we have 30 more minutes. And for 30 more minutes, we respond to videos that we've, not videos, to emails and all of that. So it's online. Respond. That means responding. Respond. Let's put the D on it. Okay, so that's what I do. So every day I take 2 hours. And as I'm thinking about things with the 2 hours, what I do is think about what I'm doing. So every time, I shouldn't say this, I should say we get 100% profit. Every time we work and get the videos done and put the ads out there and all of that. And there are lots of places where you can do ads and post ads. And there are good suggestions for how you do that. Even with the neighborhood, there's one called the neighborhood or something like that that you can use for doing ads, which makes it very, very nice. Okay, so you're not working harder, you're working smarter. Because when that 2 hours, when it's cut off, when you finish working with your timer and it's time to turn it off, you're done for the day. It's very important to stop. So this is the money making time. These 2 hours is what gets you people coming to you. This is not a method with the 2 hour workday. You are not calling people, not even down here. You're not calling people in those 30 minutes. You're looking at what responses have been to you for your work that you have been doing, for your videos. And you can look online and see different things that have been responded to on the videos that you put on. And I do, let's see if I can find some videos that I've done. Let's see. This is one of them. I remember thinking, I'm too tired for this. But once I saw that the results of my results I was receiving, and see, I'm showing you one where it isn't perfect. I didn't post that. And that's why, even though it's only a few seconds, what you need to do is go back and redo them and do them and just practice, practice. And that's what I was doing. I was practicing until I could get it where I needed to have it. So here's another one. It's a different one. What you do, you put it down and you repeat it just to see if you can get it the way you need it. So this is what happens during that 2 hours time, and I get those 30 minutes that I'm doing. And this is showing you all the different ones that I tried to do, and I finally get the right one. And by the time you do that and you do it for at least 3 a day, you do have what you need. And you can delete these, or what you can do is save them for something else and all of that. So that's a goal of the 2 hour workday. You do things, you work with a timer, and the timer helps you to stay on task. Now, I can tell you in my early days, I wasn't staying on task with the timer because I would look at this and look at that and look at the other, or forget and take a break at the time when I was supposed to be on the timer. So the timer, once I started using it, it really, I said, oh my goodness, time's up. And I noticed that I wasn't posting as many ads as I needed to post in those 30 minutes. I don't think I ever got past posting 4 ads. And I know that I need to work on that. So since I know that that's my downfall. I just doing ads in 30 minutes. I had things that, but you cannot, happens in the ads, you can't post the same thing again and again. They want it to be different. And you should have your list ready and what you want to say ready, the different skills that you want to provide for your ads, along with something that's going to draw them to you, because this is an attraction marketing business. So, all of this began with me at one of the hardest times of my life, and that was when we lost our son. 3 years ago, in 2022, in May of 2022, we lost our son, and our son had already graduated high school. Here's a picture of him. This is his high school picture of him. His name was Janae, and he loved music, and he just loved a lot of different things. But by the time he graduated, he went to UCLA, and he majored, and he loved computer things, and he got to set up a computer lab there at the school. He marched in their band and all of those things. But by the time he came out of that, he wanted to work for himself. So he developed this idea that he was going to work for himself, and he tried a lot of different things. Finally, he became a part of a community, and how he learned how to interact with people and what to do and all of that. He had his ideas of what he wanted to do. He was very creative and wanted to do a lot of things. So he finally said, "Oh, people are struggling with trying to start up businesses. I could help them," because every time he would look at, okay, let me assess what I've done here and what I've done here, he always noticed himself in the position of being someone to help someone get over. And he says, "Oh my goodness, I'm being like the catalyst." And so that's what he decided to do. It was like a catalyst for helping start up businesses and all of that. And so as time went on, he was ready. He had three people from his group who worked with him, and they had ideas of what he was going to do and what was going to happen and all of that. And this happened on the 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo. The 5th of May, he got sick, and his stomach was bothering him and all that. He had to take him. My husband took him to the emergency room, and they kept him. And so they were trying to see what was going on. And they said, "Oh, pancreatitis. It could be a good one or it could be a negative one." In the meantime, he couldn't get out of the bed. He had to stay in the bed, and he had to help him. The next thing I knew, I got a call from the hospital, and they said, "We're trying to resuscitate him. He's not coming." So we did lose him. 5 days later, we lost our son. And it was like everything just came to a stop. You just say, "What?" And you think about it and all. And I was very close to him because he would talk to me about all of his business things and all of that, and I would give suggestions. He would show me what he was working on and things like that. So I was very close. So I couldn't. When you lose someone, it's like you can't say anything else. You can't ask anything. Well, what's wrong? What happened? It's gone. He was gone. And it was very hard for us. And so as time went on, I thought, oh no, he did so many wonderful things and loved the Lord so much. And he was like the worship leader at church and all these things. And he wanted to do all of these wonderful things and help everyone and stuff. And he had his dreams for what he wanted to do with his once he hit it big with his entrepreneurial things that he was doing. So I knew I needed to do something for him. And so I decided to look around and all that. And I didn't find anything until someone sent me an email that talked about the digital growth community. And when I looked at him, I said, "Oh my goodness, look at all this. This is perfect. Chane would have loved this. This is the kind of thing I could see him doing and all of that." So I went on and I found the legacy builders within all of this. And that's how I started with the legacy builders. And I'm thinking, it really dawned on me when I had a meeting in the community about what we wanted to focus on. And when people heard the story, they said, "Oh my goodness, this is your story. This is your story." Not just helping seniors, but helping people who have lost a child before time, surviving the child and all of that, because he was 43 and we were in our 70s already, and he was 43. And so we felt, nah, it's reversed, and we know it happens to so many, so many. So when I found the legacy books, I said, this is a perfect memorial for him, that we could help the family. And so that's what, here we are. And I'm standing here or sitting here sharing with you that I would like to help others to learn about the process and all of that because there is like it's you become your own boss as a result of this. And he was going to be his own boss. So when I set up the Legacy Builders, I discovered, hey, you have your own company, you are your own boss. You need to step out there and do what you wanted to do. So here I am. And so I had this connection and a lot of things that I think about others who have lost a family member, not through tragedies, but that we lose them through other tragedies too, and all of that. If you'd like to share or would like to be part of setting up a legacy for your lost family member, for the family, so that they can have something forever. And what I need to do is share a little bit of what I mean by having something forever. Okay, with the digital book program, we have that is a 2-hour workday. We have income streams, and these are the income streams that we have. We have Launchpad, we have Digital Mastery, and this is putting you online to be a digital programmer. You don't have to send out for anything. You don't have to send for boxes of things that you need to sell to people. You're going to help them learn how to work online and be a person who does online business and your funds come to you. People get the idea of what you're sharing. So we have the digital mastery, we have the passive daily pay blueprint, and we have the legacy builders program. And when you when you purchase whatever one you purchase, there are funds that go along with it. So the launch pad is like worth $100. So you would $100 to become a launch pad. Or if you say, well, I'm trying to do a little more, there's digital mastery. And digital mastery is $300. And every time someone wants to buy that from you, what happens is you get 100%. It's like a resale right when you purchase this. That's what you get with it. So you get 100% back. So if they want something for 300, you help them sign up with you, and you will get that $300. It's the same for Passive Daily Pay Blueprint. That is that's $600. This is a six. So that's $600. And $600 will give you the blueprint plus the same cost that they pay you for, you get. And then we have the legacy builders. And the same thing again. The legacy builders is $900. So every time they give you the $900 for it, you earn $900. So if you do the math, I don't have time today to share the math with you, but we can talk a little more. But one important thing I want you to know, and I thought that this was just wonderful. I'm just looking for it on my paper here. Let's see. I think it's the next one over. So I can share with you. This is called the Legacy Builders Bundle Pack. Now, with the other ones, that was just four different ones. So that was four income streams. The Legacy Builders Bundle Pack is one that has, let's say, not four income streams. This bundle pack is a bilingual pack. It has everything in English, the same things I shared with you. It has all of these in English and Spanish. Each one is an income stream. The Legacy Builders Bundle Pack has 10, 10 income streams as a result of everything being together. Now, people can still buy maybe this or that. They can buy only in Spanish or only in English, and then it won't be as much. But if you want the whole thing, because you know people who could build their legacies, yes, every time you sell one, it's $1,400. Okay, and I will be talking more about that as we go along. But my goal is to authenticate the sharing. And if your child could see you today, what would be lost? What would you want them to know if they could see you today, with you watching, with you watching? What does building a legacy mean for your family? That's another question I have. And with time running short, I want you to use some really keywords that I want to incorporate in helping and being part of using words like faith, because we need to be strong and believe, really believe in this. There are so many people who are doing this, so many people who are doing a great job and selling things and being in charge of their own companies. Okay. This is just me again. I was trying to find something. This is me just working at my desk that I'm at right now. I'm in this room that used to be belong to my son. And I was trying to find some stories or whatever that I could share with you. But maybe next time I can find pictures that show what happens when people start getting excited, and we show what they have learned and all of that. And that's in the community. In the community, we have people. Here's a couple of stories here. I can't see them too well, but we have people who are talking about what they've done and what their winning thing is. It says, "This community is gold." That's what someone has said. And it says, the videos explain to over 5,000 views. Really. This one person's video talking, like the videos that I said we made in an hour, one went to 5,000 views. And they could probably have a different niche, not this one that I have. So if you're ready to turn pain into purpose, draw ready. Now, even though I don't have anyone here right now, it's okay to need praise. So you really, when you watch this, if you're ready, just comment to me and say ready. Let's build a legacy that honors your child and blesses your family. Okay? You're not alone. Healing is possible. I tell you, I think about my son every day. I even dream about him. And because whenever I work here, so I never want him to go away, of course. And I just dream about him. He's always like in activities that we might be doing, or maybe he's here with his brother. He has four brothers. So we still have family scattered, and I'll share that one. Your story still has chapters. Mhm. Your story still has chapters left to write. And I'd love to be able to help you to build your story. God bless. I'm just going to let the music run a little bit so that you can hear it. I love this music. Bye, everyone.